Okay, welcome. We're going to start your HMH lesson for today. As you've noticed, we are now finally on a new module. It says Module 6. So go ahead and open up your HMH books to page 96. It says Module 6, Weather-wise. Okay, it says on the bottom, whether whether we like it or not. That's cool. And then it's written by Anonymous. Anonymous means a person that does not want their name to be revealed. So let me read that again. Will whether whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. All right. The essential question is, how does weather affect us? So let's get started and listen to how weather may affect us, or watch. This unit is about weather, so.
Welcome to wonderful weather. Let's find out which weather is best. Please welcome our first contestant, Stormy Weather. Show us what you've got, Stormy.
Thank you. First question. What goes up when the rain comes down? Umbrellas.
Not bad.
What is white and fluffy and wet all over?
A swimming sheep? Mashed potatoes?
Me. A cloud is made up of tiny drops of water, and when they get too heavy, it's time for precipitation. In other words, rain.
Wow!
And even more shocking,
You're that thunderous applause, Stormy?
thank you. And don't forget, when it's raining cats and dogs, make sure you don't step in a poodle.
Hilarious! I love jumping in poodles. Please welcome our second contestant, Snow.
I'm precipitation too, and am I fun? Think snowmen, sledding, and catching snowflakes on your tongue. That's me! Frozen water falling through the air. I sparkle longest in places with a cold climate, like the Antarctic, where penguins love to play with me.
Breezy, but fun. And now, contestant number 3.
Snowy day is cool and stormy weather wild, but I'm the only one who is a star.
That's right, the sun really is a star.
My light makes rainbows when there are water droplets in the air. My heat melts snow and helps keep Earth at a comfortable temperature. And all I have to do is shine.
Wow, too brilliant. Wait, the votes are in. The most wonderful weather of all is... It's a tie! All 3 are awesome! Hooray for weather, rain, snow, and shine! Where's the weather like where you live?
All right. So again, in this module, we will gather and think about information for what we gather information basically about weather. Okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, so words about weather. Each card chose a word about the topic. Choose a word to find out more about it. We have climate, precipitation, and temperature. We know much about precipitation because we've already learned that. Climate. Who thinks they know what climate is? Vernaya? Oh, anyone? Well, climate is the normal weather of a place. So the climate of Texas is normally hot. Normally it's hot in Texas, right? The climate of Antarctica is always cold, right? All right, we have precipitation. You all better know what precipitation is. What is precipitation, everyone? Very good. When the rain falls down. Precipitation is the water that falls from the sky. such as rain, sleet, hail, or snow falling upon my head. Remember that? The water cycle takes the water, moves it up and down and all around the earth. Remember, precipitation is when the drops get big. Rain, sleet, or hail upon my head. It's the water cycle happening again. Condensation, precipitation. Good job. Okay, we can stop there. Very good. Good job. Temperature. Temperature is what, Amariah? Very good. How hot or cold a place is. The temperature outside today is a little cold. In your student book, we're going to write or talk about each word. Actually, we already talked about it, so we're just going to move on. All right. Weather through the season. This is where you're going to need the text. This is where, now, with this page, we are going to need the Reading Graphic Organizer 19 Text Futures. So go ahead and take that out of your bag if you don't already have that out. And let's begin reading. Weather through the seasons.
Short read. Weather through the seasons. Weather is what the air is like outside. A weather map shows the weather in different places. Weather maps use symbols, shapes, and colors. Together, these things show us what the weather will be like.
All right. So this story that we're reading is informational text. That means it's going to give us information about the topic, and the topic is weather through the seasons. What are the seasons? Who knows? Destin? Winter, spring, fall, summer. Or, I'm sorry, that was totally out of order. How about winter? What comes after winter? Spring, summer, fall. Very good. All right. Average summer temperatures. So first we're going to start with summer. Let's see.
Average summer temperature. Temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. 50 to 55. 60 to 65. 66 to 70. 71 to 75. 76 to 80.
Okay, basically I'm going to tell you what this means. What does the map show you about summer weather in different parts of the country? So this is a map of the United States, and here is each state. Our state is what? Texas. Good job. We live in Texas. Looking at Texas, this is Texas. Texas is dark pink. That means the average temperature in Texas during the summertime is hot. It's 81 to 85 degrees. Okay, that's the average. So, going back here and talking about text features, this is a text feature right here. This is called a diagram. So, type of text feature, the first kind we saw is a diagram, and it has a map on it. So, I'm going to say diagram, map. And how did this map, or what did this map help me understand? What does it help us understand? Brenaya? Very good. The average summer temperatures in the United States, right? It helps me understand the temperatures during the summertime in the United States. I'm just going to write temp, T-E-M-P, for short for temperature. Sure. The temp during summer in the United States. Go ahead and make sure you're writing this down, please. And instead of writing United States, I'm just going to write U.S. USA. Okay. Moving on.
to 85. What does the map show you about summer weather in different parts of the country? What do the words and pictures below tell you about winter weather?
So it says average winter weather, and then it has different states, and then it has the temperature on the bottom. We have Wisconsin, Ohio, Virginia, Texas, and Florida. And it's giving us the average winter temperature. What is this called? We do it in the morning in our morning work. No? Who can raise their hand and tell me what this is called? Dominic? A bar graph. Everybody round of applause. This is very good. This is called a bar graph. It's a graph that measures the average winter temperature in these different states. Not in all of the United States, but in the states of Wisconsin, Ohio, Virginia, Texas, and Florida. So it shows us that Florida is the hottest during winter time. It's the hottest because it's about 67.4. That's not hot. Actually, that's really nice weather. But it's winter time. It should be cold. It shows us that Wisconsin is probably the coldest. It averages at about 17 degrees, which is really cool, right? So another text feature we saw was a bar graph. Bar graph. And the bar graph, it helps us see the average temperatures during the winter time. Class, if you have a question or something to say, what happens to your hand? The average temperature in the winter is with the bar graph. But it doesn't show us on all the states, only on a few states. But I don't want us to write all those states down, so we'll just leave it at that. So we talked about the map with a bar graph. We said that Wisconsin is the coldest. And we know that because it's the shortest bar, right? And it shows the lowest temperature. When we're reading temperature, when the lower the number, the colder it is. The higher the number, the hotter it is, right? Why do you think the author used a graph to share this information? Isn't the graph easier for us to understand? Isn't it easier for us to easily look at and tell which is the coldest and hottest? Very good. Texas is the second hottest temperatures during the winter time. Average is 59. Okay, average yearly snowfall. Now we're talking about some snow. How do summer and winter in your state compare to other parts of the country? Let's see. Our state, we usually get 1 to 12 inches of snowfall, right? We're the dark green. So we get 1 to 12 inches of snow. We get more than California does, right? We get more than Florida does. But we don't get as much as the upper states like New York or Washington does, right? Or Pennsylvania. All right, but looking at Texas, we get about how much inches of snow during the winter? 1 to 12 inches, just average. Not every year, but average. So another thing we saw was another map. But we already said map, so we're not going to write map twice. All right. And that is it. Tomorrow we're going to read wild weather. We're not going to read that today. Wild weather. Now, if we go back here, you're going to say, Miss Youssef, we didn't fill this all out. We don't have to fill it all out. We just have to write down the different text features we saw. There was only 2 different ones. There was 2 maps and a bar graph, right? Okay. Now, what we have to do next for our HMH lesson today, and this is the last thing we're going to do for HMH, is you're going to do the Know It, Show It, page 150. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, so it looks like this. We're talking about S and ES, when to add S and ES. So let's do this together. It says to spell the plural of most words, plural means more than one. Add S as in eggs, E-G-G-S. To spell the plural of words ending in S-X and S-H, you have to add ES as in boxes. So if the root word ends with a S, X, and SH, we are going to add a ES. Okay? If it does not, then we are only adding an S. So let's look at the words we have. Hens. The root word ends with the letter N. The root word. S is the suffix. The root word ends with the letter N. So are we going to add just the S or ES? S. So we're going to write H-E-N-S. Or actually, I just realized that these are already all plural. So all you're going to do is go through all the ones that start with an S, you'll end with an S, you'll write them here. All the ones that end with an ES, you'll write them here. So hens, eggs, ducks, bells, stamps will all go here, plural with an S, and the plural with the ES would be bikes, boxes, wishes, dresses, names, dishes, and grapes. Those are too easy. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and when you're done, turn that in to me. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.